when you were on Breaking Bad, I remember when I first was watching interviews with Vince Gilligan talking about like how he got started with it. He was saying, "Oh, they were first trying to get Bryan Cranston to be Walter White, and apparently he got offered something else, like I think like a medical show or something, and it was a better pay, but obviously Vince Gilligan had a better story and something very special. But I want to know when you first got the script, and you first heard about the project, what was going on in your mind? Did you first think like this was something special, or did you think, this is like something that's like very different, like it's a like what did you even think about it?
Yeah. Well, so first and foremost, I love the content. I was like, oh my God, there's nothing like it. And I'm kind of a action, drama, suspense, like type of guy. Like I like those hardcore movies that have that air of like of what Breaking Bad had, that realism, that suspense, that decision making for these characters. And so when I read the role, and I was like, yo, this is good. And then even more so when I read the character breakdown for myself, um I was like, this is me. Like this character, because the breakdown really was fairly basic but very specific.
Yeah.
And it said dark hair, big eyebrows, and mild cerebral palsy. I'm like, man, I got that covered.
Yeah, but and it's cool because you put your own um experience with cerebral palsy into this character, but you also made it your own, right? It was not
Yeah,
just you playing yourself, it was you playing the character, but you put your own experiences in that. So did you have a lot of creative freedom as well? Even though it was a very specific character, did you have a lot of creative freedom with the character?
yes and no. As far as Walt Jr., it Vince Gilligan is so well written. Everything you saw was on the page. You saw on the screen. Like with a lot of shows and movies, you'll read the scripts and they'll have like a lot of stuff in it, and I'd probably say about 40% of that is actually captured from page to film. And when it came to Breaking Bad, to me, 100% of it was captured from page to film. And my character also was based on a real person and that had lived experiences. And so um, the character Walt Jr. was based on a friend of Vince's, Vince had in college, and that impact of his friend in his life really shaped Walt Jr., which for me um, is so important to make it its own and do what the description or that
Mhm.
body language is like, and it created a lot of who Walt Jr. is
Mhm.
visually, because as far as a disability goes, when you see someone with a disability on the street, you immediately go, "Oh, that person's disabled," and that and they're a wheelchair user or a crutches user. We immediately see that label, and our brain creates this character of like, "Oh, this is how I understand that individual." And that happens in TV and reality, in reality of it though, that person is just an individual that's going through these things in life. And um as far as what I had to prepare, my history was cerebral palsy, learning through my occupational, my speech, my physical therapies, and my other types of therapies as well that helped me um master and understand what I have to do to live my life the way that I want to live it. And all I did really was use the crutches. And they're like, oh my God, it's so amazing. But I all it was just putting my weight into them and making them an extension of myself. Um and so I didn't realize how big of a difference that would make for my character until looking back and going, oh, I guess I really was unique in his own way, in his own mannerisms. And but again, at the end of the day, a lot of it was already there, and I just went in. And when you have actors like Anna and Brian and Betsy and Dean and all the others that I got to work with over the years, they enhance you as well. Um, so really, I felt we see a lot of ensembles, right? Not many are ensembles, and I think in the beginning of Breaking Bad, it was a true ensemble of individuals, that that raised each other, that brought each other up, um that pushed each other, because there's one of the pilot episode where I'm being bullied. There was some improv in that episode, which as far as um my career at that time goes, I hadn't really done it at a professional level. So everyone drived everyone to be the best they could on and off the screen. We had a cast and crew of 500 people, of the most professional leaders in our industry.